Welcome to the Mid-Wavespell Galactic Mind Weather Report. So today we're actually in the center of what's known as the White Wizard Wavespell. Now, for those that have been watching the weather report, you will know that this is 13 days really dedicated and committing to the opening of our heart in order to receive the enchantment and the beauty that's around us at all times. No matter where you are, whether you are in a big industrial complex or whether you're sitting in nature and beauty like I'm blessed with right now, there is enchantment all around you. Everything is made from source and everything is made from Pachamama and from this earth in one way or another. And so this 13 days is really challenging us to break open our confined mindsets that decide what's beautiful and what's not, what's allowed to be enchanted and what's not, what's real and what's not. And it's a deeply shamanic process of facing our shadows so that we can crack them open and allow the light to shine out from them. And so the yellow resonant sun is the Mayan dream spell archetype of today. And the yellow resonant sun, you know, its name kind of says it all. Resonant is all about coming back into resonance with the wave spell. So coming back into resonance with the white wizard within us. And the yellow resonant sun, it's the powerful masculine archetype of shining this empowerment, you know, shining the sunlight upon our skin and heating us up, giving us warmth, giving us the energy to mutate and change. So this yellow resonant sun is entering our lives today to help support the process of reconnecting to the program, the time release program that's within you, and shining the light in areas you may not have known exist within yourself. And shining the light in the environment around you. I just noticed there's an interesting little light feature coming in through the forest here. There's the sun. And this yellow resonant sun, you know, the sun's archetype, it carries these almost like synchronic awakening codes that when that sunlight touches your skin, it's not just this, you know, light. I mean, light is incredible. Light is frequency. Light carries information. And when this sunlight is hitting your skin, it's really bringing a lot of information that's activating latent aspects of your DNA, sleeping parts of your genius that are waiting to wake up. So really open your heart today to embrace the concept that there is something awakening inside you, new abilities and new capacities to be able to open your heart to receive and tap into the truly enchanted life that you came here for. And part of this process will be challenging at times because, you know, we need to, in a sense, when that sun shines the light into the darkness that's inside us and into the darkness around us, we will see things that are uncomfortable because we have a habit of unconsciously taking aspects of ourselves that we haven't come to peace with and hiding them in the shadowy caves inside in the unconscious, or hiding them underneath stories in our lives and hiding them in things outside in our worlds underneath these stories. It's someone else's fault, or it's you know, some victim story we create to protect us from having to look directly into these challenging moments. But the yellow resonant sun comes to offer us some strength, like the divine father that puts its arm around us to say, it's okay, you can do this, but you do need to do this. You know, it's not so much the nurturing of the mother, but the discipline, loving discipline of the father that's holding us, and while holding, it's shining the light to show us, to help us see. And we just need to have the courage to look. And as we begin to acknowledge these aspects of ourselves that we've been trying to hide, and when we have the courage to come to peace with these aspects of ourselves, then what we begin to find is that in each of these uncomfortable aspects we've been hiding from, there lies a latent gift, a true, beautiful aspect that just needs to be polished. I was talking about this in last night's course with the Gene Keys crew, that some people talking about how we really polish up our perspective. And, I polish amber, Mayan amber that I brought back from Mexico in 2012. And when you get this amber, it's very dirty, and it's not much to look at when it comes straight from the earth. But then you start to work it with sandpaper. And sandpaper is just, little grains of sand that on a bit of paper that you just use to start roughening and polishing the surfaces, smoothing out the sharp edges and smoothing out, things that are, a bit uncomfortable to look at. And as you work it, you can't do this. You got to bring attention. You got to be aware of the process of the polishing. And then first you start with really rough stuff, the really rough challenges that we get in our lives. It's like the same with amber. And then you get finer and finer sandpaper until you're down to the very finest of sandpapers, where it's almost not even, you can barely not even feel there's any grains there. And yet you still need to work it until you come to the final polish. And it's in this final polish where eventually the amber pops and it comes to life, and its life force begins to pump out. And so this takes about an hour for me often when I'm working with one piece. And as I go through this process, each time I change a piece of sandpaper, I start questioning myself. I get halfway through this piece of amber and I think, oh man, have I ruined this piece? Here's this ancient piece of amber that's not been touched by any man. And here I have it blessed in my hands. And have I ruined it? Did I do something wrong? And I'm halfway, it's not looking as I think it should. But I keep going. And that's the yellow resonant sun, is the persistence to continue, to not give up, to know that you are an incredible shining diamond within you. And it just takes time and patience to polish, this gem inside of us. And then when you get to the end, it's the lightest touch which actually brings out the magic and allows the shine. It's this beautiful sun, allowing it to shine. So be patient with yourself. And remember that you are like this piece of amber, that your expression into this world will take time. But you need to be devoted to yourself. You need to be devoted to allowing your heart to really open into this world. Wow. So the yellow resonant sun really came out for this report. So today, take some time to allow your magnificence to show itself to you through writing, poetry, dancing, working, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Really make sure you're shining your light and your attention on the beauty in your world. And enjoy the ride, and I'll see you at the beginning of the next Wavespell. In Lak'ech. So much love.